Alright guys, this is Childhood DVD Fan, and we are back with part 2 of my updated live-action Nickelodeon collection. I went maybe a little longer on part 1 than I should have. I went, maybe 2 or 3 minutes more than I was hoping for. But, I once, I checked out for the time, but I kind of forgot at the end. But then I realized, oh shit, I should probably, wrap it up. So here we go with part number 2. There are 4 shows left. Next up here is my second favorite live-action Nickelodeon show of all time, which I'm sure you guys are aware of if you've been watching my channel. We have Zoe 101, Spring Breakup, the DVD, and we have the VHS here. Now, this was the only VHS of Zoe 101 mainstream that ever got released. But there is a promotional copy of Zoe 101 Spring Breakup on VHS that has a completely different cover than this one. They changed it because of Alexa Nicholas leaving the show and her feud with Jamie Lynn Spears at the time. So maybe I will get that one day. I had a chance, maybe it didn't go for, maybe it went for more than it went. I cannot talk right now. There was one on eBay that recently sold on a bidding for like $26. I kind of kicked myself in the butt for that one. But, I wasn't motivated to get it. I don't know what it was. I thought it would go for a lot more than that. But whatever, that's my fault. And here's the DVD, which the VHS for Spring Breakup only has the movie on it. Doesn't have any of the exclusives on it that the DVD has. So there you go, Sean and Jamie. Jamie was definitely my childhood crush. Oh my god, she was everything for me back then. I don't know if I showed you guys the back of the VHS. I don't think I did, but if I did, fuck it, just show it again. Anyways, next up here, now this was the only season set released by Nickelodeon and Paramount, with the complete first season of Zoe 101. This came out in 2007. Spring Breakup came out in 2006. Here's the back. I decided to switch up the case because the originals have one disc on one side. One would be here and one would be there, and I wanted to change it up. So there's disc 1, disc number 2 for Zoe 101. The complete first season DVD. Next up here, these next 4 DVDs are Amazon exclusives, and you can get 3 of the 4 right now, but in 5 to 6 days you may never get that chance again unless you go on eBay or other sites. We have Zoe 101, the complete second season. Jamie there, oh good fucking lord. In seasons 2 through 3, she was the babe. Okay? She was the babe, So there's the back. And here's the inside. I'm not going to explain this, at least not in this video, why I have this little thing right here. Maybe I'll explain another day. But, right now I'm just not in the mood for that. So that's the first Amazon DVD. Next up here we have and the Amazon DVDs for Zoe 101 all came out, actually no, season 2 came out in 2008, and then these next 3, including this one here, were released in 2009. So we have volume 1. Now there's 2 volumes of Zoe 101 on DVD because there are 20 plus episodes, and they decided not to put it all in one case, so they decided to put it into 2 volumes instead, which, I can understand and respect that. So there's the back. This one is still on Amazon, along with season 2, although the next one you cannot get on Amazon anymore, because it went out of print. So there, the disc. This one is no longer available on Amazon. This is the only Amazon Zoe 101 exclusive DVD you cannot get on there anymore, and that is Season 3, Volume 2. I don't know why that one sold out and the other one didn't, but it did. I do have all the Zoe 101 DVDs except for Spring Breakup. I have extras of them sealed, stored away. I decided to grab doubles because Zoe 101 was one of my favorite shows. But these ones are for me to watch anytime. I even have season 1 brand new sealed as well. Even though that wasn't released by Amazon, it wasn't an Amazon exclusive, it was Nickelodeon, but it was for a good price, a while ago, so I got it brand new. This one is still also available on Amazon. That is the complete 4th season of Zoe 101. Zoe 101, once season 4 came around, there were not many memorable moments at all. There was only a few that stood out, like when Zoe and Chase finally kissed, and then Quinn and Logan's unexpected relationship. Other than that, there are not many memorable moments, at least in my opinion, for season 4. Season 4 is definitely the worst one. The quality just took a massive decline in season 4, in my opinion. And then next up here, the final Zoe DVD that I have here is the complete 3rd Canadian season DVD. I've explained this many times before. I'll just get the slipcover out of the way. I also changed it to a clear disc background. But the reason why I have this DVD is because of the episode PCA Confidential. Because the American releases had all the episodes of Zoe 101 on DVD except for PCA Confidential. But thankfully, the Canadian DVD from Alliance included PCA Confidential, the Canadian version that was a part of season 3, unlike the stupid American version, which ended up being the final episode, and they had to wait till season 4 because I guess they just didn't have the time to release it as part of season 3 in the States. So kind of weird, but I have the Canadian version of that episode. So it's better to have the Canadian version of the episode before Zoe and Chase were a couple, rather than, not having that episode on DVD. Because the American versions didn't have it. And ironically enough, one time on eBay, I had found Volume 2 of Zoe 101, and it said on the back of the cover that, PCA Confidential, it was on there, but when I popped the disc in, it was not on the menu, so it must have been a typo error. But, these home media releases can be very funky, and speaking of funky, the next show's releases can definitely be pretty funky. This is my 3rd favorite live-action Nickelodeon show of all time. We have iCarly, which, as you guys know, on June 17th of 2021, with Paramount Plus only. This will not be on Nickelodeon, although Nickelodeon is involved in this. That will be the first episode of the reboot, which does not have Jeanette McCurdy, which automatically, and I've vented before about, my dislike for that project coming to fruition. I made a video also that was like 23 minutes long recently, talking more details about the iCarly, what's to come of the iCarly, reboot. But unfortunately, I had a text ping that ruined everything, so I had to get rid of that video. Maybe I'll refilm it another day. I've had a lot of videos recently that I've had to redo because of time or whatever. So, if you're seeing this, then it'll work. But, kind of annoying, but whatever. Anyways, so it's season 1, volume 1. I think I said season 3, volume 1, but season 1, volume 1 of iCarly. I changed the orders. I have all these things change the orders because they're all over the place because I go in TV order. So, yeah. And this is the only iCarly DVD that has artwork on the disc. All the other iCarly DVDs that you'll see coming up do not have any artwork on the disc. So, yep. Next up here we have Season 1, Volume 2. This one came out in 2009, or 2008. I think it was 2008, but yeah, 2009. The first iCarly DVD came out in 2008. This one came out in 2009. And as you can see, the gray plain disc artwork, nothing too exciting. I don't know if I showed you guys the spine or not. You know, these videos have gone on for a long time, so, you know, you lose track of, you know, of what you showed or what you didn't show, so, yeah. Next up here, we have Season 2, Volume 1, which I actually had this DVD as a kid, but I had to re-buy it because mine was in terrible condition, because when I was a kid, I didn't take care of things like I do now. Excuse me, here's the back, which actually, ironically enough, all these episodes are the correct order for TV order. You know, I always go by TV order when I'm listing out my episodes. I never go by production order, because production order is a whole other thing. And I've talked before about, you know, Nickelodeon, you know, flip-flopping the episodes around constantly for airing things on television. You know, they could air something on TV that was filmed, you know, 2 months ago, rather than something that was filmed 8 months ago, and they wait longer on that. It's one of the weirdest systems out there, honestly. But it is what it is. So there's Season 2, Volume 1. Next up, and these next 3 DVDs are individual released iCarly DVDs. They're not a part of a season set. We have I Fight Shelby Marks, obviously played by Victoria Justice. So here's the spine. And then here's the back of the DVD. I would say, if this isn't my favorite iCarly episode of all time, it's definitely up there. I Date a Bad Boy. I love that episode. It may be my favorite one of all time, but if it's not, it's definitely in the top 3, without question. That episode was fantastic, which is technically a TV movie, but I consider it a longer episode. Alright, next up here we have I Saved Your Life, which is kind of, you know, ironic, because obviously this, you know, the I Saved Your Life movie was when we finally saw Carly and Freddie kiss, but, you know, I don't really remember. I remember shipping them as a couple completely, you know, when I was a kid, but I don't remember actually seeing, you know, if I ever watched, you know, them kiss on TV when it first came out or anything like that. I don't remember that, you know. So maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I've obviously seen the footage, and you know, this DVD has the longer extended version, you know, of some things that were cut, you know, for the HD version, unfortunately, like when Freddie zaps himself with the thing after they kiss, you know, to make sure that, you know, because he's obviously loved Carly for many years, and the fact that he can't believe that, you know, they were kissing. So yeah, we have I Saved Your Life. Next up here, the final individual release iCarly DVD is I Space Out, 2010 release. So, yep. All the iCarly individual release DVDs came out in 2010. Has the pilot also of Victorious. So, here's the disc and the, I don't know if I showed the spine or not, but there we go. Yeah. Alright, next up here, we have Season 2, Volume 2, and Season 3, Volume 1. Now, the reason I say Season 3, Volume 1 also is because it has 2 Season 3 episodes on this supposedly Season 2, Volume 2 DVD, which most of them are in correct order for TV order. So, yeah, here are the 2 discs right there. So, did I show the spine? I feel like I forgot to show the spine. There we go. I feel like I'm always forgetting to show the spines for these DVDs, and obviously they're not straight anymore, so I'll have to straighten them out, which gets annoying. Anyways, we have next up here, we have, it was released as Season 2, Volume 3, but it's actually Season 3, Volume 2, or Season 3, if you want to call it that. You know, this was when the iCarly DVD releases got funky, because they mixed them up completely. Of course, I'm talking TV order, always TV order, never ever production order. So, the only 3-disc iCarly DVD set out there. Next up, we have, it was released as a complete 3rd season, but it's actually the complete 4th season of iCarly. Season 4 through 6 was definitely when I did not think that iCarly was as good as seasons 1 through 3 were, without question. I really just don't remember ever watching any of the later episodes of iCarly on TV, except for obviously the final episode, which, that's really like the only memorable thing in season 6 is that final episode. And technically also you could say the One Direction episode, but I wasn't a One Direction fan at the time. I'm not really, but anyways. And then the final iCarly DVD was released as a complete 4th season, but it's actually the complete 5th season. Season 6 was never released in the States, but there is a DVD that I'm after that was released in Australia that has a lot of season 6 episodes on it, which is called I Go One Direction. So yeah, so there we go. That is it for iCarly. So you guys can get excited. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are excited. I'm happy for those people, but for me, I wish that iCarly was not happening again. But you can watch the reboot on June 17th, the first episode on Paramount Plus only. All right, next up here. This is a non-Dan Schneider production show. I think this is, let's see, Kenan and Kel was made by Kim Bass. A lot of people think that Dan Schneider made Kenan and Kel. Dan Schneider was an executive producer on Kenan and Kel for seasons 1 and 2. He did not create Kenan and Kel. That was created by Kim Bass. Then Declassified was created by Scott Fellows, which is my second favorite creator of all time at Nickelodeon. And then Scott Fellows also created this show, Big Time Rush, Season 1, Volume 1. This used to be Jeremy's DVD, but he was very generous to trade it for me because I had sent him down some VHS tapes of a show that I'm not going to be telling you guys because he wanted to keep it private. But unfortunately, it got lost in the mail. So, I felt really shitty about it, but there was nothing I could do. It got to Detroit on April 12th, but then whatever they did with the package that I sent to him, who knows what, but it got lost. So Jeremy, unfortunately, did not receive his package. So I felt I still feel really shitty. I'll always feel shitty about that. So if you're watching, brother, I'm sorry about that. I really am. As far as Big Time Rush goes, I still have to get Season 1, Volume 2, and then the Big Time movie DVD combo with another movie as well. And then we have the Amazon 2015, the complete first season of Big Time Rush. Now, the difference between, and I did this in my unboxing video, the difference between the Amazon, DVD, obviously, besides it, the Paramount DVDs having a Volume 1 and Volume 2, and this being a complete, season set, the differences between the Amazon DVDs and the Paramounts is the Amazons actually are widescreen format, with the Paramounts being full screen format. So that was a major reason why I wanted to get this DVD, with that program coming to an end soon. So that's Big Time Rush. I still have to get, obviously, like I said, Season 1, Volume 2, and then the Big Time movie DVD. So we are on to the final show. This was the final one. This was really the final live-action show of my generation, of people that I grew up watching. Now, I never really saw Ariana Grande. I don't ever remember watching Victorious as a kid. If I did, I completely don't remember, which I definitely did not. I may have watched an episode here or there at a friend's house or whatever, but I did not watch Victorious as a kid, although I watched it, about a year ago, because I decided to give it a chance since it was a live-action Nickelodeon show and it had Victoria Justice on it, who was obviously in Zoe 101, who played Lola Martinez. And I really liked it, and obviously once I get those DVDs again, I'll give you my full opinion on, my regrets. But anyways, the final series we have here for the live-action Nickelodeon shows that I own is Sam and Cat. Now, they're broken into two DVD cases because it's a 5-disc DVD set out there, and I don't have a 5-disc tray, thing out there. But I did recently see one on Best Buy, and ironically enough, there are actually 2 movies on this 5-film pack that I actually would be interested in owning. One of them I want to get on Blu-ray, wink wink, And then the other one has Victoria Justice on it. Actually, ironically enough, that's all I'll say. So I'm gonna probably buy that DVD just so I can get the Sam and Cat into one DVD case at some point. So it's basically the same thing. So here's Sam and Cat. Now, obviously, you know, I saw, and the only reason I gave this one a chance is because, you know, I liked Victorious and I liked Ariana Grande. I still do. She's fucking hot as hell. You know, and obviously I grew up watching Jeanette on iCarly. So Sam and Cat, obviously you have some, you know, OGs right here. So that's why I decided to give this show a try. You know, it's a live action Nickelodeon show and it's pretty good. You know, I mean, obviously it's not nearly, you know, this show was not nearly, you know, as good as, you know, what these two ladies were on previously. But it was cool to have this show regardless, even though there was only one season and there was like over 30 episodes. But, you know, it was nice to get these extra episodes of them, you know. So this 1, this 2, this 3, and then this 4, you know, and then, you know, hopefully I can, you know, find a case out there that will put this 5th disc, in that way it can turn into this one day. So, yeah. All right, guys, that is it. As you can see, that is the complete collection. Now the fun part begins, where I have to put all these back, check the DVDs, all of them, check the bottom of the disc, put them straight, and then put them back on the shelf. That's the really fun part. That's the fun part. The reason I do that is because I'm OCD and I'm very sensitive about my discs. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was long. I feel like I have as much energy as I don't have right now. I definitely felt much better about this video than I did with the other one that I filmed a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, I really was, you know, tired and I just felt like shit. But tonight, you know, I felt pretty good, and I wanted to get this out of the way because my mom, you know, has a few days off of work, so I could stay up a little later, so I can, you know, do videos and whatever. So there we go. That is my complete live-action Nickelodeon collection as of right now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, now the fun part begins of having to put all these back. This has been Childhood DVD Fan. So long, everyone.